Welcome back, YouTube, to another Madden 17 Ultimate Team video. And today it is finally time for me to show you guys my new team. We have a blank team right here. As you can see, the offenses are completely gone, defense is gone, and the special teams is gone. I'm so excited to show you guys my team. Let's just jump right into it. Before we start, actually, this team costed 4 million coins. I've never spent this many coins on a team or once or on a single player, and you guys will know who that single player was. There's actually multiple of them I spent a lot of coins on. You guys will know which one I'm talking about when we get to it. Let's start off with the offensive line. Okay, so here is the offensive line, and I put so many coins into this, vested in my offensive line. They cost about 600k total for the whole thing. And the reason I did that is I put so many coins into it is because I think our success revolves around the offensive line. As you can see, we pretty much have, if not the best, one of the best players at each position besides Gabe Jackson. I used him and bought him just mainly for chemistry purposes. I needed that zone blocking chemistry, but he's actually a beast for his overall, 91 overall without the chemistries. Look at those stats. So yeah, we got Andrew Whitworth, Richie Incognito, Rodney Hudson, Gabe Jackson, Jack Conklin. He is untradeable. This Jack Conklin right here, got him from doing the 10 Team of the Year challenges to get an untradeable Team of the Year player. I have yet to do that for the defense yet, but you guys will see who I get in that once I do it. And enough with the O-line, let's move on to the receiving core. Okay, and here is the receiving core. Starts off with Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Randall Cobb, and Kenny Stills at the 4, just because he has really good speed and he gets involved every now and then. Try to get like a Hail Mary with him sometimes. And then our tight end is Jeremy Shockey, and our backup, I forgot to put him in. Our backup is just this 90 Dallas Clark. I mean, he's only like 15k now, so you can't get a much better backup tight end for how much he's going for. The reason I chose Julio is because he's been playing out of his mind lately in the playoffs, and just this whole year. I've never used a Julio card yet this year, so I wanted to try one out. So we got him, and he's an absolute monster. I've played a few games with this team already, but I'm gonna start a fresh season with new videos once that starts up. Antonio Brown, you just can't beat his price either because all the chemistries he gives, 95 overall with all the other players in it. Randall Cobb, his card is actually very good too. He has 92 speed, I believe. Yeah, and he actually does very well in the slot for us. Great stats for I think I got him for like 70k. He's about 100 now. But yeah, and here's Kenny Stills. He was like 20k. And Jeremy Shockey has definitely one of the better all-around tight end cards besides Gronk and like Jimmy Graham probably. I do think he's better than this Kyle Rudolph that just came out for Team of the Year. I tried out him. He didn't do that much. I didn't really feel like an impact that he made at all. So we got Jeremy Shockey. I heard he was beast. The only problem is the chain mover chemistry. When we have it maxed out, you'll see how we do it. He doesn't get the overall boost for some reason. That happens with a lot of tight end. I'm not sure why. But now let's move on to the quarterback, the running back, and the fullback. Here are the final 3 pieces to our offense. It starts off with Derek Carr. He does get up to a 96 overall. We have maxed out deep threat chemistry once the receivers are in, so he gets up to a 96. We have Kyle Judzic. I don't even know how you say it. That was really bad. I'm not even going to try it again. Whatever. He's like 40k. He's actually very good stats, and I mainly got him for the chemistries because he gets Jack Conklin at right tackle up to a 96, I believe. And then here he is, Team of the Year, Zeke Elliott. He is so good. I've tried him in challenges and online and everything. Let's take a look at the card. It is outstanding. Everything is above 92, mostly 93s, and then 94 ball carrier vision, and 82 trucking. He actually trucks more than I thought he would. He is just unstoppable and very fast. So that is our running back. We spent 500k on him. It's like 580 actually, so pretty much 600k. Never spent that many coins on a player ever in any Madden. I forgot to put him in. Running back 2, of course, is Tyreek Hill, halfback card. He's actually going to get involved more than you guys might think with our team. I think he's going to be a beast, break out a few big plays for us. And here's Derek Carr, like I already said, 96 overall when all the receivers are in. And I got him for about 300k. Now he's going for about 400, which is awesome. So when we're done with him, we can sell him and pretty much make profit. I don't know if it'll still be that much by the time we sell him, but he'll be on our team for a while. Look at the stats of his card. He has 86 speed, and look at the throwing stats. 93 short, 92 mid, 91 deep with the chemistry, and 95 throw power. Throw on the run is also one of my most important stats for my quarterback. I like to be able to scramble out of the pocket if there's pressure and throw it just as well as if I were in the pocket. So that card just fits my scheme very well. And let's take a look at the team, or at the offense when everybody's in to see how the chemistries work. So here is the complete offense when it's all put together. It is so amazing. I've never worked with a better offense in any Madden I've ever played. I love how the chemistries work together. We got maxed out deep threat, maxed out zone blocking, and maxed out mobile blocker, and a bunch of these other ones like conductor, identifier, playmaker. Forget what SP is. But yeah, I'm very excited to keep using this offense and show you guys how they play. Let's move on to the defense. We're going to start off with the defensive line. Now, it doesn't look very exciting right at first glance, but the reason I picked out these four is for their chemistries and for the stats that they boost up, because I like block shed, obviously. I think it's the most important stat, and also power move and finesse move. So here we go, start off with Marcel Darius. I know you can get him to a 94 overall, but I just think 94 block shed is honestly plenty. 88 power move with the chemistry, and up to 64 finesse move. This card I think is beast, but it's definitely probably going to be our very first upgrade when we make them. He'll probably move out. We might bring in the 94 Marcel Darius, or just a new defensive tackle in general. But yeah, I think our defensive line is very good for how much we spent on it. They all have really good block shed. Vic Beasley brings the athleticism to the team, and these three right here bring the power and strength. So very excited to use these. I think defensive line is very underestimated, and not many people put that many coins into it. I think it really is the key to stopping the run and putting pressure on the quarterback. I think it's much more of a central part of your team than people think it is. So yeah, they get the job done for the coin. Now let's move on to the linebackers. Okay, so here's our linebacking core. We have Teddy Bruschi, Ryan Shazier, Davian Clowney, and Landon Collins out of position. Left outside linebacker card. Landon Collins goes up to a 92 when we maxed out the chemistry with our safeties. Teddy Bruschi stays 94, Shazier stays 91, Clowney goes up to 95 with a big hitter chemistry as well. The reason I picked these four is because they have the right athleticism, block shed, and just all the stats that I look for in a linebacker. And Landon Collins is very cheap, and I think he's going to perform just as well as any other left outside linebacker. I just really wanted to bring a Landon Collins to this team too, because he's had an outstanding year. Eventually I'll bring in Team of the Year Landon Collins at strong safety, but didn't really want to spend like $500K on him just yet because I know he'll drop in price. Clowney also had an amazing first healthy year finally. We get to see him play and see what he can do. He's been an absolute beast in the few games I tested him out in. Bruschi, just a monster to user. He has everything. He has it all. Shazier, I mean, Bruschi is a great user, but nothing beats Shazier's user. Got 90 speed, got like 80 something zone coverage. He's just an absolute beast. He has speed, block shed, zone coverage, everything. He can do it all. So he's a perfect middle linebacker too for the way I play. Now let's move on to the safeties and the cornerbacks. Okay, so here is the secondary. We're going to start off with the safeties. You see 95 overall Mike Mitchell with the chemistry boost. He has secure tackler chemistry, and this thing is, I think, the best chemistry, if not the best, one of the best chemistries in the game for defense, because I'm pretty sure it states that if he's being used by a CPU, the tackle can't be broken. I can't look at it from this screen, but that's what it is, yeah. So if my CPU tackles like an opponent with Mike Mitchell, the tackle can't be broken. There can't be a tackle battle or anything like that. He is an absolute beast. He has the hit power we want. Our main focus with this whole defense was hit power. As you can see, we'll max out big hitter chemistry once we put the entire team in together. You'll see that. We just threw an entire Matthew in the back for the safety, because safety number 3 does actually play sometimes on man up 3 deep. And here is a strong safety, Keanu Neal. I wanted to get a high overall strong safety, but I also needed the big hitter chemistry. And once I put this card into the lineup with the chemistry and everything, oh my god, talk about a budget beast. Look at this, that's 95 hit power, 4 stats in the 90s, zone coverage 88, pretty much a 90, 84 tackling is not too bad, but we can work with it. 73 man coverage doesn't really matter. We don't play, safeties don't really play man that often, pretty much not at all. But he goes up to a 91 overall once we put the linebackers back in. You'll see that soon. And so yeah, Keanu Neal, just wanted to use him. He's been playing beast for a rookie year, and wanted to bring in a card for him. Didn't have any higher overall to bring in, but he definitely will towards the end of the game with them making the Super Bowl. So yeah, he actually is a beast for how he only goes for like 30K. He's a monster. Here is where we put in most of our coins besides the O-line. We put in so many coins where our cornerbacks, I think, is the most essential position for defense, because not many people use with the cornerback, so they have to do the job for you. Here we spent 300K on AJ Boye. He is an absolute beast. We got the milestone edition to get more chems. Look at this card. Everything is in the high 90s besides catching, but catching 75 is very good for a cornerback. So we spent a lot of coins in him. He will definitely play well, I believe. And cornerback number 2, this card is a little bit outdated. The stats are still very good. I spent like 200k on him when you might think it's a little bit too much for him. But there's just a limited card, and I've always wanted to use a high overall Xavier Rhodes. He's just an absolute beast. The 87 overall one, like the team hero with a milestone. I used that in my old team, you guys might remember it, and he was the best cornerback I have used, and still is. So I'm not expecting anything less from this one. I'm expecting much more from him because he's a lot higher overall, and his stats are beasts, and he's going to be so good. Brandon Carr, he's cheap, 90 overall with the chemistry, but look at his card. Pretty much everything is in the 90s besides catching and play rec, but play rec's very close. It's 88, so only 2 away from the 90s. So this card is a perfect slot for me. It's only 20k. So by doing this and buying Keanu Neal for very cheap, I was able to like make bigger upgrades and buy bigger players at other positions like AJ Boye and Xavier Rhodes and all that. So he is an absolute monster. He's going to be perfect for how much we bought him, only 20, 30k, something like that. For the slot, and his chemistry is exactly what we needed. Lockdown. In that cornerback 4, we just tossed in Patrick Peterson. So now let's take a look at the entire defense together. So here's what the defense looks like all together with everybody in. As you can see, Landon Collins goes up to 92, Keanu Neal up to 91, and pretty much everybody gets chemistry in this defense. I think it is a very good defense. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you want to see any positions upgrade, you're probably all going to say Keanu Neal or like Damon Harrison or something like that, or just their D-line in general. But I think it is a perfect defense for the schemes that I run. I think they'll do just fine and create a lot of turnovers and hold our opponent to minimal points. Let's just quickly move into the specialists before we wrap up this video. So here is the special teams really quick. Of course we had to go out and get Johnny Hekker, Team of the Year. Stephen Gostkowski. I didn't get Justin Tucker just because I wanted the focused kicker chemistry. He has clutch kicker, which means he can't be iced, and I don't really care that much about being iced. It doesn't really affect me that much. I'd rather have the pro difficulty meter with Stephen Gostkowski. Our kick returner is probably going to be Jakeem Grant for the rest of Madden. He is deadly back there. He's only like 5, like what? I don't even know, 5'9", 5'6", yeah. He's 5'6", 92 speed, 91 excel. He's just a beast, and I gotta get one of my Dolphins players involved. So, and also we have Tyreek Hill at returner number 2, and he's very deadly back there. We have Rodney Hudson for the long snapper, Gostkowski for kickoff started, and we put Tyreek Hill in for third down running back, just because I want to get him involved too, not just have it be all Zeke Elliott, because we'll be using him plenty without third downs. And Tyreek Hill won't even come in every third down, we'll just be in for some of them. So that is it for the final team. Let's take a look at it one more time. We were a 95 overall. That is a new record for us. I think last time we were at 92, like our last team. So there's the offense one more time. Here's the defense one more time. And here's the special teams really quick. That is it for this episode, and thank you for watching.